Welcome back. As promised, we're going out to Tom, who is at one of his favorite places in Springfield.
Tom, what's going on today?
Well, yeah, you are right indeed. We're getting a call here. It shows you what a kind of how active it is here. I'm with John Sellers, and he is the executive director emeritus.
You got it.
Of the History Museum on the Square. John, always good to see you.
I lost $1 to you right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
You owe me $1 now.
You bet me $1.
Okay. Big doings coming up this weekend regarding Route 66, of course.
Yeah.
And we've talked about Route 66 before, you know, when you and I have gotten together.
Right.
But what you have here in your hand and what I'm seeing around me on the different walls, that's really the life's blood of Route 66.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We've begun. This is the first of 5 exhibits that will be held over the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Until the 100th anniversary of Route 66 in 2026. And so this one, we thought, what would more important than food?
Yeah.
Places to eat along Route 66. And Springfield in this area had a huge amount of them, of all varieties. From places like Woolworth's, right here on the square,
right.
the dime store here on the square, where you could get a ham sandwich for $1, or a baked ham and cheese toasted 3-decker sandwiches for 45 cents.
Oh, if we could bring back those days.
And then, you know, and then get you a piece of pie for 15 cents or 20 cents with ice cream. So we've gathered up from our archives photographs and menus and uniforms and different things that tell the story of what it was like to find places to eat along Route 66 during the different eras.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing, from fine dining, white tablecloth china, to just places that you just drive up and get an
the
order.
roadside diners, the drive-ins, all of that stuff, the car hops.
Exactly.
Okay, now, you know, this may be putting you on the spot, but was there one that sticks out to you as, okay, that was really unusual, that was different?
Well, I mean, it depends on what genre. If you want different, as Red's had the first drive-up window on Route 66.
Okay.
I mean, you can't get any more unique than that.
True.
Up till that time, you had to get out of the car, or the car hop had to come out to the car and take your order. But that one had an actual drive-up window. And we've got that menu board here where people can see the actual menu. But there was just a tremendous variety of types of food, from barbecue, from like places like Graham's, that is still, Graham's has been closed for years.
Yes.
And years.
But
and people still pine to be able to go to Graham's.
Yeah.
And they still, if they can find it, will buy a gallon of the barbecue sauce with that Graham's label on it, because it just brings back memories of a time gone by.
Well, you know, as is, you know, fact with most historical things, some go by the wayside, some we keep. What are some of the things that were part of this whole Route 66 explosion that we still have around?
Well, Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake's one. They've been right down here on Route 66 since 1963. There are others like that I'm trying to think of others.
Well, the great thing, I mean, you know, that's what this display, you know, this exhibit is going to remind people of. This really is a thing where you can walk around and you go, ooh, I remember that.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the ones is Gus Otto's. Gus Otto's, when I was a little boy and lived down here on St. Louis Street, I thought Gus Otto's was the place to be. It was the Taj Mahal. It was in a storefront on St. Louis Street, down almost to National, and it had a tremendous menu. And we've got a menu from there. We've got pictures, just wonderful stuff from a place that I remember from 65 years ago.
Now, the thing is, you know, you talk about some of these things and people, they tend to think of the drive-ins, you know, the little diners, things like that. But there was some really fine dining as well in this area.
Absolutely.
On 66.
At the, you know, the garden room in Hearst department store.
Yeah, right across the street.
Right, was just tremendous. And then you had the dining room at the Kentwood Arms, places like that, the dining room at the Colonial Hotel. They were all just tremendous places to go and eat. And you know, did we tell this whole story in this order, this exhibit called Order Up?
Well, I'll tell you what,
on until November.
We're gonna look at it a little bit more in just a bit when we come back, because it really is a storied history when it comes to Route 66 and just the places to stop and eat here on Route 66, which, by the way, we named too.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's why it's so important to us. It's the birthplace of Route 66.
All right, we'll be back with more from the History Museum on the Square in just a bit. Back to you guys.
I'm fascinated by the history of the Route 66 because I feel like I grew up here and never learned anything about it until recently.
Yeah, it's always so interesting, but it will. I'm excited to see what else Tom has later on in the show.